I was just wondering if you guys would ever consider bringing in like Ben Reilly, working on any part of that storyline into the cartoon. I know it's kind of far-fetched for a cartoon, but I was just curious if you guys would ever consider doing something like that.
Well, we've got Miles Warren. So, I think, we didn't put him in there for nothing. So.
By far, a great series so far. It's absolutely great. I was wondering, would you guys be adding Carnage into this? Sorry, I'm a fan of both symbiotes. I mean, Venom's great how you added him in, so.
Well, we put Cletus Cassidy in, so.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask about maybe some crossovers, bring in a cameo Iron Man, Marvel Universe, very, very rich. I'm sort of hoping for something a little bit, maybe. I have applause.
We'd love to, I would never want to turn this show into guest star of the week, like every week a new hero, but we would love to have the opportunity. We have story ideas for, specifically, the one that I'm dying to do is Johnny Storm. But we've got ideas for Ant-Man and Hulk and Captain America and a whole bunch of characters, Cyclops and Beast. But we do not have access to those characters. We talked about it, and we're still, again, crossing our fingers that if we get a third season, that the companies can make some arrangement. But as of right now, I mean, certainly as of the first 2 seasons, we just do not have permission to use those characters. And that's the bad news. The good news is that you're right, the Marvel Universe is very rich, but the Spider-Man corner of that Marvel Universe is extremely rich in its own right. And although I'd love to be able to do some of these other ideas I have, I'm not worried about running out of stories just within the Spider-Man universe. So.
Thank you. I mean, from Gargoyles to this, you're just knocking them out of the park one by one, so.
Hello. With all of the new relationships and love triangles and whatnot going on, will Doc Ock or Venom or any of the other villains ever find true love?
Yes.
Thanks, guys, for being here. Love the show. By any chance, we'll be able to see Black Cat more regularly?
We'll see more Black Cat. We have plenty of plans for Black Cat. Lots to do. I don't know how you're defining regularly, but we'll be seeing more of her. So
she's in the 2nd season.
Yeah, she's in the 2nd season. Has a pretty important role. So.
Great, thank you.
We're still trying to get a 3rd season. Someone asked if Black Cat could have her own series, and I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong, but.
Excuse me, what inspired you to make a 2nd part of Spectacular Spider-Man?
I'm sorry, a second what? A 2nd season?
Yeah.
They said we could, and we really wanted to. So we didn't need a lot of extra inspiration beyond, them giving us a paycheck and letting us go to town. So.
Good morning. As an avowed Shakespeare fanatic, I just want to praise you for the inclusion of Midsummer Night's Dream in this season. I think it was exceedingly well weaved in. Mr. Wiseman in particular, it seems to be a particularly favorite play of yours. So I was wondering what is your history with Midsummer Night's Dream, and is it your favorite of Shakespeare's plays?
I was conceived during a production of Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh, during the blessed play.
Kelly got to play some some of that Shakespeare. I'm sure she's very grateful that I put that in there.
Yeah, Kelly, did you enjoy playing? Well, actually, I really shouldn't say it as a spoiler.
I get it too.
All right, Titania. Did you enjoy playing Titania?
Titania. You know, it's the first time that I ever got to do any sort of Shakespeare at all, and it was somewhat challenging, I have to say, to be able to do it in this sort of character as well. It was fun.
Thank you.
Hi, how y'all doing? I'd just like to say that I think that you guys as a whole have really nailed everything that's great about Spider-Man, and especially in the classic sense. What I was wondering about is I wanted to know if you have any comments on the change in the Gwen Stacy character from kind of a more traditional kind of sweetheart girl to the kind of sweetheart nerdy girl.
Sweetheart what?
Oh, nerdy.
Nerdy.
Girl.
Well, you know, it was important to us since Gwen in the comics wasn't introduced until college, that we didn't just plunk Gwen down into, what was that? College Gwen down into high school. So we tried to extrapolate back for characters like Mary Jane and Harry and Gwen, what they would have been like back in high school. We also wanted some contrast between Gwen and Mary Jane, as much contrast as possible, and between Gwen and Liz. And so Gwen was always the smart girl in college, so we wanted her to be that. And we thought, you know, not everyone blooms by the start of junior year, but if you stay tuned, Gwen is evolving. So,
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi. Having seen the second season already, I can say that this is without a doubt the best cartoon Marvel has ever put out, and one of the best cartoons on TV. So thank you very much for that. Considering how actor Bruce Campbell is somewhat tied to Spider-Man's universe, would you at all be interested in putting him in the TV show?
Yes, I mean, you know, there are just a ton of great people out there, you know, that we'd love to use. It's all about, you know, when we have a new character, finding the best person for that particular role. I don't really want to stunt cast. I want to find the person, and Jamie Thomason, our voice director, you know, we want to really just find the right person for every individual role. I got, you know, if we can find someone who also has some resonance with the Spider-Man series from the movies or the other cartoons, I'm all for it, but I don't want to do it just for the sake of bringing someone in. You know, no one but Stan Lee could have played that dock worker, but, so, you know, because when you think dock workers, don't you think of Stan Lee?
Will we be seeing any more?
So we're really not about the stunt casting.
Thank you.
Any more of Stan Lee anytime in the future?
Yeah, well, I mean, if we get a third season, then yes. That dock worker gets around.